Yeah, yeah. Yo, it's ButterFlii sitting at the table, talking real life, keeping it stable. Lessons, blessings, truth when she speak, dropping that fire, new thoughts every week. ButterFlii, fly, floating on high. Music in the lounge, keep your soul alive. Reality review, she gon' testify. Standing for the people, she don't let it slide. ButterFlii, lessons and blessings, no secret true. She's speaking for you. Yeah, ButterFlii, lessons and blessings, no secret true. She's speaking for you. Yeah, yeah. Yo, it's ButterFlii sitting at the table, talking real life, keeping it stable. Lessons, blessings, truth when she speak, dropping that fire, new thoughts every week. ButterFlii, fly, floating on high. Music in the lounge, keep your soul alive. Reality review, she gon' testify. Standing for the people, she don't let it slide. ButterFlii, lessons and blessings. No secret true. She's speaking for you. Yeah, ButterFlii. Lessons and blessings. No secret true. She's speaking for you.
Boop, 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 boop. Salutations and welcome back to ButterFlii's Corner. How are you guys doing out here on this YouTube universe? I hope all is well with everyone. Yes, 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 yes. Y'all come on up in the room. I'm late. I'm late. I bet. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be able to drag me tomorrow morning, okay? Because y'all thought your girl wasn't coming. But I'm here. I'm just late. I'm on CP time. I did tell y'all 2 or 3. I did say 2 or 3. And, I said 2, but I definitely threw that 3 p.m. in there, Eastern Standard Time, okay? Y'all come on in the room and hit that free 99 like button, okay? We got 10 in the building. We should, excuse me, ButterCups. We should definitely have 10 likes. New likes. Because I know y'all like. Hot bucket mess. I know y'all like this live like 3 weeks ago, okay? But we should have 10 new likes. I'm here, baby. That's it, Lady Raw. I made it. Your girl made it. Consistency, right? That was on my goal list for this year too. I slacked in it, but it's gonna be on my goal list for 2026 too. Okay, Buttercups. Your girl is working on the consistency because y'all show up for me, so I gotta make sure I show up for y'all. And I know a lot of y'all love my Love and Marriage 100 reviews, so we here. We still got 5 minutes to go. So y'all come up in here, hit the free 99 like button. Thank you guys for joining me. This is not gonna be a long live, okay? I only got a couple of things that I really am interested in this episode, but I am thankful that they're back. I do feel like it's a renewed and refreshed season. I'm excited about that. Like I said, a lot of the storylines, a lot of what's going on wasn't leaked 6 months prior to it airing, so it makes it all the more exciting to watch each new episode because we don't know what's coming. So shout out to the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. Congratulations on y'all 10th season. That's big. That is big. Although a lot of people don't want to admit it, that is very big. So shout out to them on their 10th season. This 10th season, though, baby, yes. Okay. Between the Macy and Marcel scenes, just the girls actually really just, even if they don't get along, what I'm looking forward to is them finding resolves after the moments where they're not getting along. Like, I'm still waiting. It was in the trailer. I definitely want to see how that turns out with Kimmy, the B more coming out in Kimmy and threatening to throw Nail in the goddamn pool, and Nail jumping up like, "Heifer, you ain't throwing nobody in no pool." Like, we still got so much stuff to look forward to that they did. Like the Macy and Marceau wasn't even. It didn't make the trailer. Their scenes did not make the trailer, so that's a prime example of what I mean by the surprises that we have this season. Like it's really beautiful. So y'all come on up in the room. We still got a couple of minutes to go before we hit the 10-minute mark. Y'all hit that free 99 like button. Like I said, we're not here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even here for a good time. We just here for your girls review, and then we're gonna keep it moving. And I shall see y'all down to the TikTok, okay? For our Wet Wet Wednesdays edition, okay? Anywho, moving along. I digress. Y'all come up in here, hit that free 99 like button. Y'all, Lady Roll did her one too with our new theme song. Do y'all love our new theme song? I absolutely love our new. No problem, babe. No problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Look, your girl's here, girl. I'm a little late, but I got you, boo. I'm here. Mm-hmm. We made it. Looks like we made it. Let me stop because y'all know I can't sing. Hey, Sparkles, baby. Y'all, sometimes you don't, it's not that you don't see it, but I really, Sparkles, if I don't get to ever tell you again, I really appreciate you. Not many people share out my lives, but you've been consistent. You've been very consistent with sharing my lives. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to let you know I appreciate that, Sparkles. I really do. And if I don't never ever, if I didn't tell you before, and if I don't never get to tell you again, I see you, and I really, really appreciate you, Sparkles. I know a lot of the stuff that we got going on, especially on Butterfly's Corner, you're not really that interested in. But the fact that you still show up and show me love and support me, I'm greatly, greatly appreciative of that, Sparkles. So I want you to know that. And don't never ever doubt that. I see you and I appreciate you. Shout out to Sparkles. Like when I tell you Sparkles shares out the majority of my lives, it's really beautiful. And I really appreciate that, Sparkles. So I want you to know that. I really do, babes. Mm-hmm. We almost at the 10-minute mark. All right, Buttercups, get ready. I don't know. This episode was good to me. Okay, we're gonna start off with y'all give me 1 through 10. 1 through 10. What y'all thought about this latest episode? 1 through 10. After the poll, I'll get into my commentary. Shout out to the 14 in the building, to 12. Thank you. You listen, y'all ain't have to be here, so it's greatly appreciated. Remember we had an empty room. Shout out to the empty room. Remember, we started with an empty room. So, I ain't even mad. Girl, listen, I got the hiccups was coming on, girl, so I couldn't even reply, but I seen it, baby. Okay, 7 with suggestions. I love that. Sparkles, please hold on to some suggestions. I mean, not Sparkles. I'm sorry, Passion. I mix you up with Sparkles. Passion, hold on to those because I want you at the end of my review, please. I want you to drop your suggestions. I love that. There is some surprises I'm gonna be working on as we go further into the season. There is some co-hosts that I want to bring back. Some co-hosts. that I want to launch. So y'all just stay tuned for that. Um, Hopefully we can get, you know what I'm saying, a familiar face to do one episode with us, and then a new face to do an episode with us. So I'm looking forward to that, Buttercups. I know. I've been throwing my reviews in with my other lives, just mixing them all up together. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for y'all patience with your girl. Cause like I said, I know a lot of my Buttercups love my reviews, and I haven't been consistent with my reviews. I haven't. But you know that real life been hitting, okay? Okay, real life been hitting. But I love y'all because I do somehow get to still throw my, my opinion and my review on the episodes in there thus far. So I appreciate y'all for y'all patience with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Keyword, leave my Ken and Trisha alone, okay? Leave Ken and Barbie alone, aka Barbie. Leave Ken and Barbie alone, okay? We talked about this earlier, okay? I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna continue to root for Ken and Barbie, okay? AKA Trish. Oh, before we even get started, God, I'm so glad you brought up Trish. Baby, if I hear another person pronounce Tisha as Tisha, oh my God. The way that shit irked my nerve like it's my name, the way that irks my nerve like it's my name. Her name is Letitia. Letitia. I mean, even when y'all shorten it, y'all still calling her Tisha. It's Tisha. Oh my God. It, that irks me. I don't know. I'm sorry, Buttercups. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That shit irks me. Every time I hear somebody pronounce her name and they say Tisha, it's like there's no fucking E. It's Tisha. Y'all forgot y'all vowels? Do we listen? Y'all need to leave sight words alone. I know some of these newer generations was raised on sight words. I need y'all to go back to y'all vowels. Okay? A-E-I-O-U. Okay? No. Lady Ro, that's the ghetto way to spell it. The two E's is the ghetto way to spell it. Like, I need y'all to get back to y'all vowels, okay? If I hear another person pronounce her name as Tisha, oh my God, the way that shit irked my fucking nerve. I'm sorry, Buttercup. Excuse my language. That irks me. Oh my God. That so irks my nerve. Every time I hear somebody pronounce her name Tisha, it's Tisha. A-E-I-O-U. Like, get back to your vowels. Y'all know, like, get back to the vowels, okay? The core vowels, not the sight words, not what y'all see, okay? Please, it's Letitia. Look, y'all about to have me say it fucking wrong. It's Letitia. Tisha, okay? It's Tisha, not Tisha. That shit irks my fucking nerves. Oh, God. Okay, I need a moment. Elevator music. I really do, because that shit irks me. I'm sorry. It's not my name, but every time I hear somebody pronounce it Letitia, that shit irks my fucking nerves. It's Letitia. Short Tisha. There's no Tisha in that shit. Like, get it together. Let's go. All right, I'm back. I just needed a moment because y'all know I was getting there. Baby, that is such a pet peeve of mine, pronouncing people's name wrong. And I know I got a nerve to talk. Buttercups, I know I got a nerve to talk the way I be pronouncing some of y'all names, all type of jacked up. But for some reason, that irks my nerve. Every time I hear somebody say Letitia, it's like Tisha. No, it's Letitia, Tisha. Like what? Like why can't y'all get that? The hell wrong with y'all tongue? And I think what bothers me is everybody like to make fun of her tongue and how she's speaking her speech, but y'all can't even fucking say her name right. Y'all can't even say her name right. Even Nell Fletcher say her name, Tisha. It's Tisha now, not Tisha. The fuck? Like, please, spare me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I digress. It's not my name, but it irks me like it's my name. Okay? I know, Lady Rock. I got the nerve. The mitigated gall, the audacity to talk about people pronouncing names wrong. But for some reason, when I hear people pronounce her name and they say it wrong, it gets under my skin. I don't know what's that about. Maybe because I know it's pronounced Tisha, Letitia, and they be saying Tisha. And I think what irks me about that is they call, the Garbage Pail Kids like to refer to her as Tissue. So when I hear Tisha, it's like, get her name right. The fuck? Get her fucking name right. Y'all want to drag her, whatever. At least get her name right. Y'all want to make fun of her speech. Y'all motherfuckers don't even say her name right. Who the fuck is y'all? The mitigated gall, the audacity. Okay. I digress. I just had to get that off my chest, though. Because I was watching something else. And it wasn't somebody that was a hater of hers. It was somebody, that she's cool with. But they still was pronouncing her name wrong. And I'm just like, girl. It's Tisha. Okay? It's Tisha. Please. Y'all be like, and half of y'all older than me. So what's going on? Y'all be hooked on ebonics, and and y'all should have been raised on phonics like I was. Not these sight words, quote unquote. Phonics. Okay? The hell? Listen, if they ain't teaching in the schools, I believe that you can still hit phonics.com and teach y'all kids the right way. Tyler! Hi, my beautiful buttercup. Mwah. I love you, Tyler. Yes, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to our beautiful buttercup, Tyler. Listen, y'all, if y'all don't know, my boo is in her bag, okay? She's coming with her own real reality show that will be hitting a network near you. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all locked in with our beautiful Tyler. Shout out to our beautiful Tyler. Yes, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to our beautiful Tyler. Follow her on TikTok. She do a lot more content on TikTok. So please, all right, buttercups. I love you, Tyler. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Dion says whatever. Salutations, buttercup. She also got her own channel, buttercups. So y'all subscribe to all these beautiful content creators that's out here showing love, supporting. Y'all make sure y'all show y'all love to them too. Dion says whatever, got her own platform. Make sure you subscribe to her channel too. All right, buttercups. Shout out to my boo. I ain't seen you in a while, Dion. Good to see you, baby. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel too. Listen, we out here. Listen, we out here, son. We out here. But anyway, this is a Love and Marriage Huntsville review. We'll get to the Wet Wednesdays down to the TikTok. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe down to your girl's TikTok, okay? Because we doing our Wet Wednesdays today. But shout out to our beautiful Tyler in the building, okay? Baby, listen, I know she be coming and doing her little 1-2s with the bonnet. But if y'all ain't seen my boo, so fresh and so clean, please make sure y'all go check that out. Because my boo cleans up real nice. Real nice, okay? Get into it and not around it. Get into it and not around it. Let's go, buttercup. All right, so here we go. I don't have a lot. So we're gonna start with my favorite scene, Marcel and Macy. I love it. Buttercups, even though I only got boys, absolutely promoted going to get their feet done, their pedicures. Okay, my boys know mommy is all for them getting pedicures. Shit, manicures if they want to. Um, I don't mind that at all. I definitely believe in men taking care of their feet and their hands just like women do, okay? I can't stand a Negro in front of me with no dirty ass nails, okay? And I don't even want to imagine what the feet look like if the nails is filthy, okay? So shout out to Marcel going with his baby girl, get him a little pedicure. I don't know if he got his hands done. Probably not. I don't know. Marcel don't give me a pedicure type. But a mani, a little mani patty, I can see. Definitely understand it. Like I said, I only got two boys, and I definitely raised them to go get their feet done. So I ain't mad at it. But I love the scenes with him and Macy. It shows the softer side of Marcel, because y'all know a lot of us know that he's an asshole. A lot of us believe that he's an asshole. But I also see that that's just a facade. Marcel really ain't an asshole. And what really opened my eyes to that is when I said this before, the episode when Stormy took it personal, where he was saying about Kiki and how she explained that she had somebody that she knows in a similar situation. And the fact that Marcel, even though this season, Stormy violated and was calling him out his name, calling him bees, which I really didn't appreciate, because I feel like if somebody was calling Courtney bees, you wouldn't appreciate that. And I don't think, you know what I'm saying? But, shout out to Stormy. Love you, babe. But the fact that he felt where she was coming from, and he didn't have a problem apologizing. So that, to me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that gave me a, a little soft spot for Marcel, because Marcel ain't been my favorite. He has not been my favorite. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But see, ButterFlii is an asshole herself. See, I'm an alpha female, so somebody like Marcel is like candy to me. You know what I'm saying? I would eat that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's wonderful that he found opposite. And opposites attract. So I think he found his person in Letitia, and that's dope, because if he would have went with a alpha female personality that matched his, it wouldn't have worked out for him. So at least he had the mindset to know that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, get a female that matched his energy, because it would have been a disaster. It would have been a disaster. So I do appreciate that he had enough sense to know to find somebody opposite of him, and Letitia is definitely opposite of him. Okay, like I said, I have an alpha female type of personality, and me and Marcel would have never worked out, because it'd have been like, nigga, don't try me, nigga. It's it, okay. This is it. It wouldn't have worked out. It wouldn't have worked out, cause baby, the way you play, I don't play like that. I don't play like that, and I would have had to gather you once I. Okay, it just wouldn't have worked. Listen, it would not have worked out. But shout out to him and Tisha finding each other. They 19 years in, and that's a blessing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That is truly a blessing, because they fought through a lot of negativity, and they probably didn't even consume as much negativity. Like, don't get me wrong, Huntsville is, it's a small town, small-minded, small town. Everybody else's fucking business. We already know what time it is, right? So I'm quite sure they probably did have a lot of whispers around town. People probably was looking at Tisha like, girl, are you dumb? Are you stupid? You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Because they like, oh, I couldn't, like I just said, it wouldn't have worked out with me and Marcel, okay? Because I'm an alpha female. And I would have had to get that nigga together early. So he wouldn't even want to be bothered with me. Be honest with you, he probably wouldn't even been attracted to me, because as soon as he violated, your girl would have been on it. early, okay? It took me a long time to understand, in a relationship aspect, right? That I don't need to be the man. But there's a lot of circumstances of why I like, oh, speaking of circumstances, right? I almost cried when Letitia was talking about how she appreciate being a soft parent. And when you're a single parent, you can't be a soft parent. When I tell you how that hit home for me, like I was almost in tears, like I'm about to be right now. Like that is so for real. And especially when you're raising boys. And I was only raising boys. So, a lot of my I was already naturally an alpha female, but being left to raise my sons by myself, um, not being able to be a soft parent, especially when you feel like your child might need it, but because I was the only parent and I had to play every role, that's one of the things that being a single mother, I hate. And y'all know how I feel about the word hate, but I really do hate that. I was not able to be a soft parent. My kids, my boys didn't have a balance. I balanced it the best way I could, but it didn't have that balance. So when Letitia talked about that last night, yo, the way that shit hit home for me, and kids need that. Male, female, it don't matter. They need that. They need that balance. And I couldn't be a soft parent because I was raising men. I was raising men. And at times I know that they needed me to be that soft parent. And I couldn't because I didn't want them to like, yo, mm, 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 mm. The way that hit home for me last night, yo. That's the one thing I hate with raising my boys, yo. That's the one thing. That's why I'm like, yo, like, yeah, don't count us out as single mothers, but that shit is real, yo. You have to raise, especially men, little boys. And I used to always say that, yo, the day is gonna come when my babies ain't gonna listen to me because I'm not a male and I can't give them a male perspective. I lived my whole life as a female and I couldn't provide them with that male perspective. I couldn't provide them with that. And my oldest really needed that, yo. My oldest really needed that. Mm, yeah. When Tisha spoke on that last night, that really hit home for me, yo. Cause you don't know how many times I wanted to be the soft parent in certain situations, but I felt like I would have failed my son. I felt like I would have failed him because he needed that sternness and that sturdiness and that, you know what I'm saying? I really wish I could have been a soft parent. I do. I do. That shit hurt me to my core to this day, yo. So Tisha really hit on something. And she is truly best to still have her and Marcel. And I'm glad that they fought through everything that they had to fight through, even though to this day people are still trying to tear down their marriage and separate them and cause a lot of confusion and chaos. I really salute them for sticking through and holding on, and Letitia not fucking moving her position. No matter what you motherfuckers came out here and said about her or how you try to make her feel. Like, I applaud her for standing in her fucking position. I do. I really do, yo. And when you be able to be blessed to stand in that position, yo, you don't let nobody come in between that. So kudos to Marcel and Letitia for making 19 years. And no, it ain't easy. And no marriage ain't fucking perfect. And I'm quite sure they had their up and downs. In fact, they shared a lot of their up and downs with us. But motherfuckers want to ignore it because they want to make somebody else the motherfucking whatever. Anywho, I digress. But their union and what the fuck they got going on and how they maintain their family is definitely to be applauded and celebrated. And I really do congratulate them for cutting out the outside noise and remembering what really mattered. And that was what they built, what they started in their family. Period. End of story. So shout out to them. Hold on, Buttercups. I'll be right back. Real quick in the loop. Don't go nowhere. I know I said this review wasn't even gonna be long, and we already half an hour in because yeah. Y'all know how my day one A1 Buttercups know how I get down here. Okay, we're gonna cry, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna stomp, we're gonna shout, we're gonna do a little bit of everything. I know this is supposed to be a review of a show, but like I said, that watching Tisha Tuesdays last night, and when she touched on that subject about being able to be a soft parent, that shit fucking resonated with me, and that shit hit home for me because I wasn't able to do that shit. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I'm sorry. Your girl went personal real quick. But anyway, we talking about the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. This latest episode, like I said, one of my favorite scenes was Marcel and Macy just hanging out and chilling and, him, just spending that quality time with his kids, which, Buttercups, y'all know I done ragtag and drag Marcel over here because I felt like there was some statements that he made that kind of gave a misconception. Like, last year or was it this year? I don't know. Either or. But when he was on Carlos Kings and he was like, "Oh, the school better not call me," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, homie." Listen, you could be all the provider you want to be, but you still need to be able to be emotionally there for your children. You still need to pour into them. I don't give a fuck what paycheck you bring home. You know what I'm saying? That money ain't gonna replace some shit that money can't buy. So the fact that we're getting these scenes now with him and Macy, I really appreciate that, and it's really dope. And I appreciate them for being willing to share that. So shout out to Tisha and Marcel and Macy. Shout out to you, Macy, baby. We see you, girl. We see you. And do know you got a whole bunch of internet aunties, okay? We right with your daddy, okay? Let Byron or whatever his name is act a fool and get it twisted. The internet aunties will be on his tail. Okay, Macy? Just know that. Just know that, Macy. Internet aunties will be on his tail, okay? So tell Byron to tread lightly. Okay? Am I saying his name right, Macy? Is that his name, baby? Because your internet aunties will be on that ass. Okay? Will be on that ass. But with boys, it's different. Listen, that was a great scene. I love that scene. But let them know, let them know, Macy. Now you got a whole bunch of internet aunties, okay? Cause I will be down there to that good old Alabama, baby. Okay, trust and believe. It's about to be a movie when I touch down too. Shout out to the best of my cutoff crew. Okay, shout out to our beautiful show enough Miss Wanda. Okay, shoot, y'all know y'all girl part of the best of my cutoff crew. Shout out to the Wanda J. Blige. Yeah, baby. I come down there and cut the fuck up. I give you a taste of your family up here. Okay, Macy, you got family up here in Bean, okay? The internet auntie will give you a little taste of how we get down, okay? We'll bring a little bit of that Bean to the good old Bessemer or Huntsville, okay? However you want to do it, okay, Byron? Shh. Tread lightly. Mm-hmm. But that was one of my favorite scenes. So shout out to them. What was some? Oh, Martell and Marcel. Now here where I guess my soft spot coming from Martell. He's a January Capricorn. As a lot of y'all know, I'm a Cappy. My oldest is a Cappy, but he's on the borderline. But I feel like he acts, even though he was born as a December Cappy, I feel like he acts more like a January Capricorn. Okay. And when I see Martell, he reminds me of my son. Very emotional. We are just emotional, period. As Capricorns, we're emotional beings, period. I tell y'all all the time. Y'all see, I just cried. Okay. We are emotional beings, period. In general, that's just who we are. But I also get where Marcel's coming from because much like my son, he's apologized to me on numerous occasions, but the behavior, it doesn't change. And so it gives you that kind of letdown, like, okay, well, yeah, you apologize, but the behavior hasn't changed, right? So with me, when I'm looking at Martell, I see my son. And like I said, much like my son, they genuinely are good people. They genuinely do have a good heart. But when they get into the emotional phase and they let the emotions carry them, it's very lethal. And it makes people not believe in you anymore. Like, if my son wasn't my son, I probably would have wrote him off. You know what I'm saying? But because he's my son and I ain't never going to give up on him, I still try to cheerlead him and, you know what I'm saying? And just let him know, okay, babe, mommy got you. I understand, blah, blah, blah. Because I do understand. Because like I said, he's much like his mother, but he's me too, 2.0, and he's a male version of me. which is totally different than the, female version. He's a male version of me. So I could just imagine, had I been born a male, baby, baby. Okay. So I get where Marcel's coming, but I also still have faith and hope in Martell. Because like I said, it reminds me of my son. It's there. It's there. It's there. But they allow other people to control their energy too much. And don't get me wrong, I did too, for a good portion of my life. But I had to learn that this is what's going on. This is who you are. This is what make you special. This is what differentiates you. And you can't lose that. And you have to get your emotions in control. Because listen, I'm transparent with y'all, Buttercups. I let y'all know all the time that I'm not perfect. And there's been times in my life that my emotions have got the best of me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm at the age now, thankfully, thank God. I thank God all every day, all day for the lessons and blessings, right? I've learned how to control that and how not to let other people have the power of that. And that's kind of somewhat what I got going on with my oldest, where I'm like, listen, when you react to things that trigger you, you're giving when you react in a negative way, let me say, you're giving the people that you think that you're taking the power away from, you're actually giving them even more power because they was able to get you out of your character. And don't get me wrong, every action does cause a reaction. But I also told y'all for a long time, I feel like Martell has displaced misplaced anger. The only person he need to be mad at, if he's gonna be mad, is his ex-wife and her cult, aka the Garbage Pail Kids, aka the Slow Meters, aka the Flying Monkeys. Y'all know I got many names for them. And they all all of them fit in one of them categories, okay? Because they like to claim there's fake slow meters out here. But I be telling y'all, baby, ain't no way in hell. But much like his ex-wife, the misplaced anger. There's nothing really that Marcel or Letitia, even the fact that you said that, oh, Letitia said this, you brought up Letitia first, Martell. You brought Letitia into that equation. But like said, I guess you was equating Arion much to what Marcel should have been equating Letitia to, which is his wife. It's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not gonna hold you. I'll give you that. Marcel did talk crazy sideways about Arion, and that triggered you. On top of what I really think, I really don't think it was even the Arion rhetoric that triggered you. I believe that played a part, but it was the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That would have triggered me because the whole time I'm thinking we friends and da 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 da. But like Marcel said, Martell, you have a habit of doing shit and then wanting to come back and apologize, but then repeating the same behaviors. So to be honest with y'all, I'm down the middle. I can understand where Martell was coming from, and I can understand where Marcel was coming from. But here's my gripe with Martell: is displaced anger. Them people didn't attack you or attack your marriage and all this other crazy shit that you and your ex-wife worked up in y'all head to blame everybody else for y'all shit imploding. I absolutely believe that you was on the mindset that you gonna bring everybody down with you. Once your shit fell apart with the basement dweller, you felt like everybody's shit should fall apart. And that's why you kept failing at trying to, well, except for the cult. But everybody outside the cult was not feeling it. Even this season, we don't care. We really don't give a flying fizzanuck if Marcel cheated on Letitia. Because once again, like I said not too long ago, here's the difference. Here's the difference between you and Marcel's cheating. If Marcel allegedly cheated, he made sure that shit never seen the day of light. Okay? That shit never seen the light of fucking day. There ain't a bitch yet that came live that shows some actual factual, not the bullshit that they've been pushing out for all these years, a random back of some nigga or some random bitch with some fucking inboxes that was to the fucking the number was to the motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like legit receipts, not these bullshit ass receipts. Okay, where it said you made a whole baby. We have Arion. We have like physical, actual receipts. Whereas y'all have not been able to drop not one goddamn solid receipt on Marcel or Maurice. Because shit, I can come out here and tell anybody can come out here and say any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what y'all did with their situation. So hopefully y'all all getting past this. Maurice is cheaters and all this other bullshit. We don't give a fuck. They wives like it. We love it. Period. Okay? Like, that's it. That's all. And even if y'all did prove that Marcel was a cheater, what the fuck do y'all want to happen? What do y'all expect to happen? What is the end game? Oh, to see their children traumatized, to see their family ripped apart. Like, what's the fucking end game? Even if Marcel did cheat, he moved a lot fucking smarter. Period. But at the end of the day, Martell, truth be told, when you first walked away, you should have stayed away. That was your mistake. You want to go along to get along because y'all got the show green lighted and all this good shit. But you and her been checked out. And you been in love with Arion. You've been loving Arion. Period. And the fact that you even still struggling with that shit is asinine to me. Like, I don't even understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand that. You love that girl. Period, blank, blank, end of story. And you don't need to be ashamed of that. Here's where I get irritated with you, Martell. You've been ashamed of that. Because people want you to be ashamed of it, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it. You ain't did nothing that men ain't did before you and ain't gonna do after you. Let's just be very clear. Sometimes our first choice ain't the right choice. And Melanie technically wasn't your first choice. You was already engaged before her. So if I'm going by allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve, if I'm going by all the shit that was out there prior to y'all getting on the show, prior to y'all actually getting married, it was going to be a disaster anyway. Like the whole scenario that y'all try to paint Arion as, it was really Melanie. It was really Melanie. Melanie was Arion before Arion. And that's why that shit fell apart. And that's why that shit didn't work out. She was the original coleslaw. And that's probably why that eats her up even more. Because she got egg on her face and shit on her face. Because she did what she claimed Arion did to her. She did to a woman before her. Prior to her. The first woman you was engaged to. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is. And I don't feel like you failed your family, Martell. I think, like I said, you let a lot of the outside noise get in your head too. But the truth of the matter is, I'll never forget that scene when you and Melanie was having that conversation. And she said, you've cheated on me with many other women, but why her? And you told her blatantly that I love her. I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that scene. I believe that was season 1. Yeah, I believe that was season 1 or season 2. Where y'all did have that intimate conversation and she threw some shit at you. I'm talking about at the Fletcher's house. I'm talking about when y'all was in y'all home and y'all was having a conversation and y'all was on some type of balcony, if I remember correctly. And she said, why her? You know what I'm saying? So, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is you cheated with multiple other women prior to Arion. But Arion stuck. So, the fact that you even try to deny her in the first place, knowing everything, and Maverick wasn't the first baby. Allegedly, rumor has it, you know, she was pregnant prior to Maverick. But because of y'all messed up situation, y'all dysfunctional situation, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is she didn't keep that baby. You know, so I don't know, but that's why when it came to Maverick, she was having him. You know, first of all, you played on her top. You and Ariana was already together. You had already left Melanie, and y'all was already together. So when the show got green lighted and you went on national TV pretending that you was still with your wife, I can see why that Ariana felt some type of way. But once again, there's a triangle that you triangulated. You and your ex-wife really triangulated because she told you to go get a girlfriend, and you actually went and got a girlfriend. So it is a bunch of dysfunction and misguided anger. Like, I still don't see where Marcel did you so wrong and made fun of your situation to the point where, like, be real. You was hurt at the fact that he said he didn't have no respect for you. And he ran with that BS about the revenge P when we all now know. I mean, we knew it then, but nobody wanted to listen to your girl like they never do. It was never revenge P in the first place. So I can get why you got upset at him as far as him saying that he don't respect you because of the revenge P, even though we all know that Marcel, really? So you didn't lose respect for him when Melanie got down in the back of the limo and sucked him off in front of you, but somehow you're losing respect for him. See, so, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm down the middle. I understand both sides, okay? Marcel, you didn't make no sense. Because Melanie got down in front of y'all and sucked his wee-wee off in front of y'all. So to sit up there and then turn around and feed into that fake-ass revenge P storyline that we all come to find out was bullshit anyway, like I've been telling y'all. I digress. It was bullshit. And I can see how that hurt Martell and why Martell was hurt. But I could also see Marcel's point where I feel like, Martell, you did think you was better than and above and all of that good shit when you was with the basement dweller. And once you seen the Scots starting to at least match y'all or come up on their own and make success for themselves, you did kind of take it personal. And you felt some type of way because while they was on the come up, your shit was on the downfall. So I get both sides. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I get both sides. Yep. Word on the curve is allegedly, rumor has it. Yeah, absolutely, Queen Script. I do believe that Marcel made some missteps, and I do believe that Martel made some missteps. And for me with Marcel, uh, you gotta prove your actions too, because I ain't gonna hold you, Marcel. You was looking real fugazi and funny money, especially at the last reunion. And even down to the field day when you was on that booling lane, when we come to find out you watched Melanie suck his dick in front of you. So what do you mean you don't have no respect for him? When you know that revenge P was a whole fake ass story anyway. So I get why Martell got upset. Cause I would have got upset too. Like, come on now. Now you playing on my top way too much. Way too much. Okay, like hold up, homie. Really, homie? Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, she done sucked me off in front of you and your wife. So like, what you mean you ain't got no respect for me? But then I also feel like maybe there's something that they didn't cover on the show and the garbage pail didn't get a hold of, because I feel like Marcel was coming from a personal place. So I feel like something else personal took place there. And that's why he came at Martell like that. Cause I didn't understand the energy neither. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I didn't understand Marcel's energy. But maybe he was holding on to the fact that you came out here trying to destroy his situation, his marriage anyway, once yours fell apart. So maybe that was the personal in it for him. And y'all did do a lot of funny shit. Like you running up on his son when NJ was younger, apologizing to him about some shit that he didn't even know about. Now that made him aware about it. So that made it just so that Marcel had to go now talk to his son about what the fuck you was apologizing for. So Yeah. There's a lot of hurt on both sides. There's a lot of wrongdoing on both sides. Like Queen, our beautiful Queen Sip said, y'all both did wrong in one aspect or another. But I also understand where my soul's coming from, where it's like, dude, you show me your works, so I can only trust your works. And every time I turn around and think I can trust you, I cannot trust you. So yeah, we can come way saw so we can move along and we can all be together without being no issues. But I'm still not really your friend and I still don't really trust you. And for Martell, it's like, you got to understand where he's coming from because you, even to this day, even in your confessionals, you're still on that misplaced anger bullshit. And you want to blame them for whatever. I don't even know why you're mad that lady walked away. I'll keep saying it, and I mean I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. That was the best thing God could have ever did for you. That was the best thing God could have ever did for you. And the day you wake up and realize that, it will really truly be a blessing. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, moving along. This is my real quick. This ain't even quick. We already an hour in, and this really wasn't supposed to be that long. Cause I really ain't got much for this episode other than I appreciate it. Marcel and Macy. Um, my opinion on the Martell and Marcel of it all. I'm glad that y'all, agreed to a ceasefire. Y'all may never be friends like y'all was. That ship may have sailed, but at least y'all can get along enough to get to the bag and still have enough respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? To be around each other and not be attacking each other. So I can appreciate that. I definitely can appreciate that. The next scene, Destiny, Tisha. Oh my God, please. Trisha. Trisha, tell your friend, please forgive me. I cannot remember that lady's name. I don't know why. But it looked like she's a friend of, okay? Shout out to the friend of the show. Your friend Trisha. I can't remember that lady's name. Oh yeah. Sidebar. Speaking of friend of the shows, Letitia did say that she recommended a few people, so we might get a couple of more friend of the shows. The season's still fresh. We ain't that far in, so we might still get a couple of more new couples. Let's see what happens. Anywho, moving along. Yeah, right. Queen script. That's my whole point. Like I said, the difference between if Marcel did cheat, allegedly, rumor has it word on the curb is there ain't been no fucking proof. But if y'all want it to be true, it never seen the day of light. Letitia was never fucking disrespected. Okay, that big difference. Big difference between what Martell had going on with Arion and allegedly all these women that Marcel allegedly cheated with Letitia on. They never seen the day of light, baby. She was never disrespected because it was never in her face the way Arion was in the basement dweller's face. So there is big differences, Martell. And you just chose wrong. I mean, you should have probably never dumped your first fiance for the basement dweller. Lessons learned, right, Martell? Lessons and blessings. Maybe it was you and her karma, the fact that y'all shit fell apart because you let her run in, snake you from your first fiance. And you did your first fiance dirty. And she know her raggedy ass damn sure was dirty. So allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is that's why none of the AKAs fuck with her. That's why she's not an active AKA member. That's why you never hear her talking about AKA nothing. Anyway, I digress. Moving along. Yeah. Now, Ken and Trish. I do remember that it was announced that they had a break. And baby, you thirsty heifers ain't nothing nice. When I tell you, you thirsty heifers out there, y'all ain't nothing nice. Y'all been wanting that man to leave Trish. And I'm sitting there like, wow. A lot of people want Ken to ditch Trish and yeah. So they did take that break. Um because they needed it obviously. And some things happened where it just got a little too tense and they needed a break. But on top of being on this reality show, and you have much like what Marcel and Tisha went through, you have people calling Trish stupid, not calling Trish stupid. I mean, they're calling her stupid, but not for the reasons they was calling Tisha stupid. They're they're actually equating Ken to Tisha and equating Trish to Marcel in the situation. So it's like it's a backwards type of situation where everybody think Trish is taking advantage of Ken and using Ken and da 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 da. And they did at some point allow the outside noise to get in. Y'all do know that this last season was filmed last year. So allegedly, apparently, rumor has it, word on the curve, they're back together. So they was able to work through that, right? But in that moment, they decided to take a break. And I do personally, I do believe that Trish and Ken probably do need to allow each other to take time, and especially Trish, because I feel like she still operates in the mindset that she's with somebody like Marquez. And I feel like she handles things that come up with Ken in the way that she would handle it with Marquez. And I feel like that's where they're bumping a lot of heads at. And I feel like Trish does need to unlearn to relearn. Because y'all know her and Marquez was together since high school, right? So that's her experience with love, Marquez. And he checked out a long time ago, much like another couple that I just finished talking about. But Marquez had checked out of that marriage a long time ago. But I do believe he was holding on to the fact that Trish was still stuck, or he felt like Trish was still stuck. Trish was never going to leave him, blah, blah, blah. He could dip in and out of state, running back and forth to ATL, which a lot of them do down into the Huntsville. I guess that's their New York for the South. Atlanta is their New York, I guess, because they all be bragging about running to Atlanta, but Atlanta is a country ass town just like Huntsville. So I don't get the real, I don't get the difference, but I guess they see some difference. I don't see it, but I digress. I digress. But yeah, so like their Atlanta is what New York is to the East Coast. Okay, the Atlanta is to the South. You know, but yeah. If I handle something, keep cooking and just like we gave our sons more than we know. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate that passion. You know, some passion, and my son tell me that all the time. Cause for me, as a parent, sidebar, in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, let me just highlight it. I really appreciate that passion. I do apologize to my sons a lot, especially my oldest, because I feel like I failed him the most. Um, he does always try to tell me like, Ma, I know you didn't, I know that you did the best you could, and but I still feel like I failed him. Um, but yeah, passion. I appreciate that. And my oldest son does tell me that a lot, you know. Um, he does. But a part of me still feels like I failed him. Um, but I think just as a mother, that's just never gonna go away from me because where I feel like I could have did better, no matter what he says, I'm still as his mother gonna feel like a part of me failed him. But he has told me that on countless occasions, you know, Because I do blame myself. A lot of times I do blame myself for the predicament he's in and the choices he made. Um, but at the same time, I do know that I tried to raise him to the best of my ability. And I tried to install him with everything that was installed in me from the village that I was raised by. Um, so I appreciate that passion. Thank you, Buttercup. Love you. Yes. Yes, Tyler. That part right there. With my ex to be with my partner. Yes. And I think that's what Trisha's suffering from. Um, she's still carrying a lot of the mindset of being with Marquez into the relationship with Quinn. I absolutely do not believe that she is taking Ken for granted, but she still has a lot of baggage that she has to work through and realize that Ken is not Marquez. And she spent a lot of years with Marquez from high school to adulthood to where she's at now. I don't know how old they are. I was surprised to find out that I'm older than half the cast on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know why, but I'm older than a lot of the cast on it. Some of them are we are in the same age range, but some of them I'm older than, and I was really surprised by that. But anyway, I digress. That's a whole nother. We talked about that before, Buttercups, when everybody started coming out with their ages. I was like, damn, I'm older than these motherfuckers. Baby, they get me older than me. But okay, anyway, I digress. Move along. Moving along. But yes, Tyler, I absolutely believe that there's some behaviors. Yeah, 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 yeah. My son tells me to stop doing that a lot. But I can't help it. Shoot. I come from the generation, our children are a representation of who we are and what we pour into them. So if my son is, you know what I'm saying, not up to par, then I do feel like as a parent I fail. That's just the generation I come from. I do know that they get older and they make their own choices. I did much like my parents did with me and my village did with me. They raise us up in the way that we should go, and we stray. And the only thing they could pray for is that we find our way back because of what was installed in them. So I'm working on that, Buttercups. I'm working on that. I am. But anyway, I digress. Moving along. But so yeah, so I love the advice that Destiny gave her, even though a lot of motherfuckers try to come back and ragtag and drag my boo Destiny as if she didn't have room. Like, and that be the shit that's always killed me in general with people. Is like, oh well, what you giving me advice for? And da da da. And I just told my other son, my youngest son, this the other day, because I was talking to him about something. He was like, "Oh really, ma? Oh really, ma?" And I told him this is my whole point. I don't only let me be an example for the good, but also let me be an example for what not to fucking do. Yeah, 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 really. Exactly. You see how I did it, and you see how it worked out for me. So yes, listen to me. Absolutely listen to me. Cause it was a disaster. You can listen. You learn both ways from me. You learn what not to do for me and what to do for me. Okay. But a lot of times these children want to be ignoring what to learn not to do from you. No, no, no. You ain't about to throw that up in my face. No, you're not. Buttercups, me and my baby got into it real quick. Cause I'm like, hold up, homie. Don't try me. Don't play on my top. Oh yeah, you feel like that's where your mother felt at? Exactly. So do better. Don't be just like me. Be better than me, fool. Listen, okay, don't play with me. My baby tried to play with me, Buttercups. I had to get them together real quick. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, you feel like mommy messed up there? Exactly, homie. So you know not to mess up there, right? Okay, you see how it worked out for me when you do it the asinine way, right? So don't do it the asinine way. Yes, listen to me, fool. Because I did it and I fucked up. Why the fuck would you want to follow my fuck up? You know, I'm sorry, excuse my language. But yeah, my baby tried me. My youngest baby tried me yesterday. Like I said, we was having a little conversation and I was, trying to tell him, listen, go this way. He wanted to throw up in my face what the hell I did and how I messed up. No, you won't. No, you will not, buddy. Baby, no, you will not, buddy. Okay, if you feel like mommy messed up, then that's even more the reason why you shouldn't go that way. The hell? Boy, I know who you think you playing with. I had you. You didn't have me, baby. Get into it. Yes. Okay. Sometimes we gotta listen. Sometimes we gotta get the babies together. Cause they listen. Ain't nobody gonna drag you like your kids drag you. Okay. And baby, when your kids gets to dragging, it don't hit. Okay, it hit different than any other way somebody else dragging you. When your kids drag you, it hit a whole different way. Trust me, I know. But your kids will get you together real quick, real fast, real early. Nobody get you together like your babies, okay? Just like you learned them, they learned you, okay? And they will get you together. But my baby tried playing my top yesterday. I had to get them together real quick. Acting like he couldn't listen to me. And that's what I'm hoping to, y'all. Listen. Ooh, sorry, Buck. I'm having a real quick cramp real quick in my chest. Hold on. Oof. These juggernauts. Oof. Oof. Baby. Hold up, ButterCups. Ooh, these juggernauts, okay? Ooh. I think it's the bra. I'm sorry, Buttercup. TMI. I'm sorry, Buttercup. That was too much information. But these juggernauts gave me a cramp real quick. Baby, I think it's the bra. But anywho, moving along. Yes. I do think this go around, Martell, come to the front of the room. Cause I do want to talk to you about how you've been moving with Arion and how you need to go ahead and just call it a day. Last time I checked, you haven't had no solid situation. Even if you was still dipping and diving in other ponds, right? You still always ended up back at Arion. For whatever reason, Martell, you're still ending up back at Arion. I don't give a fuck what none of these haters are saying. Not a near motherfucking thing that these haters are saying. Because at this point, Martell, stop playing on Arion's top. Because you do love her. Stop feeling bad that first situation didn't work out. Because I keep telling you, Martell, that first situation wasn't meant to work out. It was written, Martell. You didn't fail nobody. And the reason why you didn't fail, Martell, because you still show up every day. And you still are the father that your children need. And the best thing you and Melanie could have did was go your separate ways. Because for 1 second, if you thought raising your children in the toxicity that you and Melanie had going on was a better choice, this is why God moved you. You knew, just like she knew. But y'all was fighting against that. But God actually moved both of y'all. God moved her and God moved you. And at this point, you're fooling yourself if you keep trying to tell yourself Arion ain't it. Because if Arion wasn't it, you would have pump dumped and had little Maverick and still kept it moving. That's not what happened, Martell. You're still sitting in Arion's face. So stop playing with her. Stop. Stop faking the funk. Stop feeling guilty. There's no guilt to be felt. because you haven't failed your children. When you fail your children, Martell, is when you don't show up anymore. When you do give up. When you do allow the basement dweller to trick you out your spot. That's when you fail your children, Martell. You have yet to fail your children. Out of everybody on that show, Martell, out of Marcel, Maurice, all the fathers, Marquez, all the fathers on that show, Chris Fletcher, you know what they all have always said about you, Martell? And you might even inspire them, some of them on the low, Marcel. You might even inspire some of them on the low without them really being outright and telling you. Is you always showed up for your kids, Martell. You have always showed up for your children. And as long as you do that, Martell, that's all that motherfucking matter. Stop being embarrassed and ashamed. That day is over, Martell. Get out of that motherfucking pity part. Get out of that bullshit. You did not fail your children. You and Melanie was not meant to be together. And and for the life of me, I don't understand why you still haven't figured that out. Shit, I don't even know if you and Arion's meant to be together. But guess who you are still with? Arion. So stop playing on her top and really and truly respect that. And respect everything that you put her through. Because she went through a lot. She went through a lot being your fucking mistress. I mean, she brought it on, messing with a married man, but she did that. She did that. To this day, she gets ragtagged and dragged. Motherfuckers have bought her business name. Motherfuckers has tried to stop her from having a job. Motherfuckers even threatened to call the fucking nursing board right now. Right now. They still trying to destroy that girl. Stop being ashamed and embarrassed, Martell. You ain't did nothing that, like I said, many of men ain't did before you, after you, and in between you. Hello. Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, the list goes on. Like, you're not alone in what the fuck you did and how the shit happened for you and Melanie. And you didn't fail your kids. You was not supposed to raise them in that toxic ass environment that you and Melanie had going on. Period. And you and her need to get over it. Y'all was toxic. Together. Y'all was toxic. Fuck what it looked like. What it really felt like. You was dying in that marriage. She was dying in that marriage. Period. So, Carlos King, Big Los, to the front of the room. Can you go ahead? Listen, truthfully, JTP, girl. Now, I don't want to jump to assumptions, right? Because I read what you said, right? So I'm trying to get what angle you coming from, right? Because I didn't even hear the last little statement. I really didn't hear the last little statement, but I already told you as far as I'm concerned. Okay, good. Truly, JTP. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions and then I can answer your first statement, right? I'm gonna need to ask you this, right? Um, was that statement made? Because who brought that statement out? And who is Phil? Do you mean Hill? Do you mean Hill? Truthfully, do you mean Hill? Because you said Phil. I don't know. I don't know who a Phil Hopper is, but did you mean Hill Hopper? Because I don't know. There's some tea going around. Somebody keep asking me about that. And the street team ain't hit me up yet. So I don't know, baby. Because y'all think I be lying when I tell y'all I especially don't watch a bitch I don't like. I just, you know what I'm saying? I get cliff notes and certain shit. What needs to fall in my lap falls in my lap. I just say it like that, truthfully. So I didn't get that Hill Hopper tea. But I keep being asked about that. So is there some Hill Hopper tea? And as far as allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is pregnancy. I did talk about that. And I did tell y'all, I believe the hiatus after leaving the show was because she was pregnant. And she did not keep the pregnancy. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, but that ain't my business. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's a little deeper. Yeah. But I did tell y'all that I thought she was pregnant at some point. And the hiatus she went on was because she was pregnant. But apparently, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, as we can see, she didn't keep it. So I don't know. Street team hit me up. Now, the next part of my question is, when was this last statement made? Thank you, Auntie Nella. When was the last statement? I didn't hear that. ButterCups, did y'all hear this last little statement that truthfully is talking about? Read the comment. I didn't want to highlight it, but I highlighted. Fuck it. And absolutely not. I absolutely do not believe that. But here's what I do know. That was finally sealed. So the good thing is, after Queen Desperate came out here and accused Martell of trying to groom his daughter, they were successfully able to get the custody case sealed. Because that was some wild ass shit that Queen Desperate came out here and accused Martell of doing. Right? And I don't know who brought it to the judge to be able, because when it was requested to be sealed, it was denied. So, but a lot of hoopla and bullshit kept going on the internet. So they were successfully able to get the custody case sealed. So, who and where was that statement made? Where was that statement made? Because the kids are with Martell right now, because she's so-called doing fashion week with her leggings. So, and we know the kids was just with Martell, what, last week? The week before last? After she came out here, after the narcissistic collapse she had. So, let me know. Okay, that's what I was saying, Lady Ro. I don't believe that it's true that she got full custody. I absolutely don't believe that's true. And here's another reason why I don't even believe that's true. She admitted in the court documents that she had them kids, 12 different people watching them kids. That's unhealthy. That's unhealthy. I don't give a fuck. I was a single parent. And the way I desperately needed babysitters, bitch, there was no 12 different people watching my kids. I don't give a fuck. So we do know in the court documents before they were sealed, she admitted to having 12 different people watching them kids, which was fucking bananas when you had a father that would willingly take care of his kids. Yeah, so I can't see her getting full custody, because there's other shit that she did that was not full custody worthy. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, She fucking left the kids in the car one time when she went in to get her hair done. Like, this mad shit that motherfuckers don't talk about, that swept under the rug, that did come out. That did come out. Allegedly, rumor has it word on the curve is, shit, there's even one time she drove up to the hairdresser, got her hair done, and left the kids in the car. So I don't see a judge giving her full custody as if she's a better parent. Allegedly, rumor has it word on the curve. No, this ain't allegedly. She admitted to this on the fucking show, and then they came to social media with the bullshit. She literally took her kids with her to drive up and stalk Martell and Arion, and had her kids crying, and like it traumatized their kids because they wasn't fully divorced yet, and they were still going through the divorce process, and she brought her children with her to try to expose Martell. That was on the show. They talked about it on a reunion because y'all remember she backpedaled and pussy pop because she looked as stupid and insane as fuck involving her kids in that bullshit. But everybody wanted to go up and act like they didn't just hear what the fuck she just said. Her admitting to traumatizing her fucking children with the bullshit. Because they try to make it seem like it was only Martell doing traumatizing shit to them children. No, Melanie was doing traumatizing shit too. Y'all remember that whole incident where she bragged about going with the kids and pulling up on Martell at a hotel or a restaurant with Arion and telling them, yeah, that's your daddy with his new girlfriend. That bullshit she did with the kids, that was absolutely fucking crazy. But everybody tried to act like that shit was okay. Yeah, that bullshit. So I don't see it. And as far as the children saying that he did that, I don't believe that shit. Because truth be told, shout out to Who Knew. Who Knew just came out with a video, right? And ButterCups. Y'all know I always pay attention to what a motherfucker is not saying. And I told y'all, I believe the children are going to need, that's why I prayed over them, because they're being raised by a narcissistic parent. And a narcissistic parent don't even put them first. So Melanie, rightfully so, don't even put her children first. Honestly. She's a narcissist. And they're also going to get her narcissistic abuse. They're going to be raising that shit. Because narcissists don't even value, they don't even see their children. You'll see the Winter Wonderland. She keep arranging it around her son's birthday, who she never gave a birthday party to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the narcissistic fucking abuse going on in real time in front of your face. She left Sugar Mama a month old with Marcel. Like, we seen her do shit on public platforms that's narcissistic abuse. But so, the latest live that she did is giving me that I coach my kids to be liars. That's all I'm saying. I told y'all already off rip, she want the children to hate Martell as much as she hate him. So that means she's going to do whatever she can to make the children hate Martell the way that she hates them. Because the one thing she knows, she ain't been able to do shit that really penetrate Martell. She know the one thing that will fuck him up and really drive him to go over the edge is fucking with his kids and him. And I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. The basement dweller has very much so, from the time that whole fucking marriage fell apart, have been trying to drive them kids not to love their father as much as they do. That is her end goal, because she's a narcissist. She don't give a fuck how that will really affect them, as long as her end goal is that she feels like she's the winner, she's the favorite parent, blah, 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 and they hate Martell as much as she does. That's my opinion. I don't even know why we're talking about this bitch on a Love and Marriage Huntsville review, but yeah. Anywho, but yeah. Hold on, Buttercups. I'll be right back. Another example of narcissistic abuse. thinking it was cute and okay to have Martell arrested in front of his children. Let that sink in. That's narcissistic abuse. Period. All right, buttercups. Shoot, y'all got me for a whole hour and a half. I'm about to be up out of here. Do y'all got any more questions for me? The latest episode was great. I loved it. I loved Marcel and Macy's scene. Martell and Maurice. I mean Marcel. I don't know. Y'all know all them M's. All them goddamn M's with the males down there. Chris is the only one with a different goddamn letter. But yeah, the scene with Martell and Marcel, I'm down the middle. I get where both of them coming from. So any more questions for me? I'm about to get up out of here. Oh, truthfully, 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 how long ago did you find me, baby girl? If you're a baby girl, I mean, if you're a woman, sorry, but I'm just, baby, it's a term and endearment. I'm not calling you a girl, or you could be a full grown woman. You could be my goddamn elder for all I know, but I'm just wondering. Oh, buttercups. Oh, yes. This hot topics tomorrow. We got some stuff to talk about. Some shit that happened here in Bean. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen this viral video of this chick pushing this old lady off the goddamn our public transportation here. Ooh, buttercups. When I tell you, if I was on that bus, that heifer's braids would have been wrapped around her neck because I would have I would have mollywopped that heifer. Like that was my grandmother she pushed. I don't know, buttercups. Go. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's viral. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow morning at Morning Table Talks. Oh, yeah. Truthfully. Absolutely. Baby, clicks and views. Truthfully, have you not noticed all the AI channels that have popped up that now push her agenda? There's a lot of AI channels that I keep having to hit do not recommend that pop up with this bullshit ass agenda about the basement dweller. And Martell and all the overcast. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm like, who came up with this? That the kids said it. Like, what? I didn't hear that one. But she admitted to coaching the kids today. indirectly. Ooh, ButterCups. And here's even one even better, Auntie Netta. He was willing to meet her in the middle. He was willing to give her stardom, but don't forget that you got a family. That didn't make sense to her. She's a narcissist, and her children are going to suffer from narcissistic abuse of a parent. So that's why I keep them in prayer, because she definitely don't give a fuck about them. And narcissists do stupid shit, materialistic shit, thinking that's going to make up for the emotional abuse and trauma that they put their kids through. Peep game. Peep game, ButterCups. Peep game. That's all I'm going to tell you. Keep your head on the swivel, like I always tell y'all, okay? I'm kind of mad because it's supposed to be a love and marriage husband. I don't know how we end up talking about the basement dweller and her bullshit. But Martell is still part of the season, and the basement dweller is a part of his story, even if she ain't on the show no more. So that's how we end up talking about their asses. I get it. I really kid not to, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lady Rowe, can I say that I don't agree with you on that note? I'm sorry. I don't. Everything I seen, I feel like he came to realize that shit and he shut that shit down. The last time he ever did a live and fed into that bullshit coming to social media with the bullshit and throwing the kids in the mix was a long time ago. However, she keeps trying to trigger him with allowing the kids, allowing other motherfuckers, including strangers, to post their kids on social media, knowing that they're not supposed to be on social media. So I don't agree with that. I don't believe it's coming from both sides. And even if you hear them in the background when he come live, they're with him. It's not some fucking strangers posting them. I don't agree. That part I don't agree with, Lady Bo. Even the request to have them not on social media is because of the bullshit that he knows is going on. Her cult is disgusting. And she even uses her kids with the cult for sympathy and payola. I don't agree. Hold on, Lady Ro. Hold on, ButterCups. I'll be right back. Lady Ro, yeah. Oh, you want me to drop the link? I will. Hold on. Give me 1 second when I come back. I'm sorry, ButterCup. I thought I put on the elevator music. I was all here. There go the link. Oh, did it? Dang, the link didn't even show up. Hold on. Oh, yep, it's right there. I got you, Lady Ro. I dropped the link, ButterCup. Come on up. Y'all know I love opposing opinions because that's what makes it even more fun and better. Yes. Don't forget to follow our beautiful Lady Ro. My squad. Drop the link for Lady Ro's channel. Hey, babe. Hold on. Let me take the wall down. Hey, ButterCup. Go ahead. I know you about to. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good,
Go
good,
ahead.
good afternoon, good evening, you guys. I just want to say this: there's no way that we can that Martell's hands are clean. We know that his hands are not clean. Even when it comes to his children, they both have contributed to any type of toxic behavior the children have seen. Narcissists, they both have contributed to that. It's just not Melanie alone. Melanie has done her fair share, but so has Martell. Martell literally cheated on his wife, literally cheated on her, literally created a whole other family, right? And so you cannot tell me, oh, that you don't agree, because you don't have to agree. But the very fact of it is Martell is the one who started the delusion, the dissolving of his marriage. He's the one who started that. And guess what? The behavior that Melanie gave him was based on his actions of being a cheater, being an adulterer. And I'm sure the children saw some of that. Neither one of them have clean hands. Neither one of them. He has been around his.
Wait a minute. Hold up, Lady Roll. Hold up.
Go
Back to
ahead,
bus,
go
son.
ahead.
So,
Okay.
hold up. You're taking away that I'm saying that his hands are clean?
Yes, because that's what I put in the chat. I said they both have contributed to the children having. I said the kids are getting it from both sides. That's what I said. You said you did not agree, but the children are getting toxic behavior from both sides. Period. Mama and daddy.
Okay. So maybe I misspoke. Because I didn't mean that they wasn't getting it from both sides. I do believe that the whole dissolution of the marriage and all of that, I've already said, I believe they're both responsible for that. So I definitely agree with you on that. But I feel like the continuation of the toxicity after the dissolve of the marriage, I don't feel like it came from both sides. That's
It,
where I disagree at.
it did
So
because
let me clarify. I
okay.
absolutely believe that they both are the reason for the demise of that marriage. I've always said that. So that's not that I'm absolutely not saying that Martell has no responsibility in that. What I'm saying is the toxicity as far as the social media and you know what I'm saying, using them and pinning them and doing all that. Because honestly, I've only seen, okay, I'll give you a prime example of why I say I've only seen more so Melanie with the narcissistic abuse is Mariah's birthday party is a prime example. You seen how that girl ran up to Martell and was so happy that her father was there. Why on God's green earth couldn't that be that little girl's moment? That's stuff like that. So that's what I mean. Why I feel like I see more of the toxicity after the dissolve of the marriage. I'm not saying that they was not both responsible. That I thought I said that. I swore I said that
No,
it was good that they both left each other because of the toxicity that they both was having in that relationship.
you
No?
did say that, but you did not
Oh,
say that they're both of their toxicity affect their children. I'm gonna say this. Recently, we heard Martell say that Melanie was dating the bodyguard. He got that from his kids. Whether that mean he asked them questions regarding Melanie or not. Both of these parents, neither one of them are no better than the other, right? Because if I sit down my minor children and when they come home from their dad's house and say, well, what is mommy doing? What is I mean, or what is daddy doing? Is daddy got a girlfriend? Well, what does she look like? Is she pretty? Blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I'm contributing to the toxicity that is continuing in this family because I'm just as narcissistic as the mom. Martell's hands are not clean.
right. I don't feel like he asked his kids that. I feel like they have a relationship. You have kids that will come up and tell you because listen, hold up, Lady Ro. This is why I don't believe it was a situation where he sat them down. There was things that Jason did that made the kids uncomfortable that they came and told Martell about. I don't believe that Martell asked that shit. I really don't, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I guarantee you he asked them that. Children volunteer a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that children, when they give you details, is because you've asked them questions. Right? Martell had details. It wasn't just about the boyfriend. The children had told him other things. When he went back to court, he used things that the kids had said. That's all I'm saying. So they both are asking their children questions. I'm sure Mel is asking, and I'm sure Martell is too, because they're both. These are two sides of the same coin. Martell's not getting a pass because he's just as silly as Mel is. He is. We watched his behavior with Marcel. His behavior with Marcel is horrible because Marcel has done nothing but respond to every time Martell has said him or Ariana said something about him. That's all he's ever done. I don't know. I just feel like you giving
No,
Martell
no, I will agree with you. I will agree with you that. I will agree with you with that. A lot of the stuff that Marceau said came after him and Melanie decided was him and they was against the Scots 1.0. So I don't know. I don't know. Am I coming off like I'm just like putting it all on Melanie? Because I swore I call all of them out. But
I'm
okay,
it
maybe
sounded
maybe
like
I'm
just
not.
it sounded like that just now, like you were saying, oh, she's the reason for the kids, whatever they're going to go through in life and they're going to need therapy. They both are the reason. At the end of the day, it
No,
takes
I feel like okay. Well, I'll be honest with you. I
hmm
do feel like once again I said I feel like after the dissolve of the marriage,
hmm
right, that she carried on a lot more of the toxicity. I feel like Martell was starting to get caught up in that, but then he realized it and he dialed that shit back. You see what I'm saying? Where she still hasn't dialed that shit back because there's no way in hell that somebody like a Queen Sheba should be coming out here talking about my ex-husband is grooming my daughter. You see what I'm saying?
I,
Martell, there's no
I agree with
no
that.
rumor that Martell has put out here that has made, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I
I
don't
do
know.
I do agree with that Queen Sheba had no business saying that, right? But what I don't agree with, I do not agree that Martell is less toxic than Mel is. They are both using their children as pawn between each other. They just are. No matter how we look at it, when they're with him, I'm sure he does whatever they're gonna do. But there's gonna be instances that he's gonna ask us. Let's say his son comes in and say, yesterday, or I have a bruise on his arm. You're gonna ask, hey, how'd you get that bruise? Where were you at? What was going on? Most parents will do that. So that conversation may lead to another conversation. And that conversation may lead to another conversation. And that conversation may lead to, oh, mine was with her boyfriend, so she wasn't around when I fell and got the cut on my arm. You see what I'm saying? Now we want to know more about the boyfriend. What does the boyfriend come over every night? Does he spend the night at the house? So that's what I'm saying. Neither one of them are innocent. And I don't have to plead either one of them case. I'm not, Lord knows I'm not trying to do that. But Mel ain't no Martell ain't no more guilty than Mel, and
That's how we're doing. We're giving different aspects. And I'm glad you came up here because there's probably people in the chat that was probably like, okay, ButterFlii, you tripping. You
right,
tripping, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I still send 10 souls down because I don't know. I don't know. We didn't seen the kids come on Melanie's live enough times and kind of just out her without there being a conversation. So I don't know.
and
Mm.
here's what you haven't seen is them on Martell's live at all. So you don't know what they do with Martell. Because when Martell has the kids, he does not go live. Mel goes live all the time when the kids are there, when they're not there. That's just who she is. So we actually don't have an eye view or bird's eye view of what Martell's relationship with the children looks like. But what we do know is that Martell is the one who had the affair. He cheated on his wife. That caused a rift in the family. The family split up. And of course, the mother was angry with all due reasoning. She had every right to be angry because she had a husband who was committing adultery and she was not. And she was taking care of his children, whatever that looked like, right?
Agree at. Because allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is they was both cheating. So that's where we disagree with.
And again, hold on, but
I got some. I told y'all this. I got receipts that I have not shared because I feel like it's somewhat doxing, and I don't do the doxing.
okay,
So I absolutely not believe that only Martell cheated. I don't. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Even if
I,
you don't,
I,
even if you don't believe that, right? You still have a child that shows the proof that there was a baby on this side, right? Not saying that she did. Let's say she did cheat. Regardless of what it was, she was hurt. Even if she cheated after he had cheated. Regardless of it, she was hurt. Every woman who has been cheated on is normally hurt after being cheated. I was cheated on, and definitely I was hurt. I wanted to throw some knives. I even put some tires on the flat. That's how angry I got, right? And I was, of course, I was a
Hold
young in my 20s.
I got a whole story about that, but
Come
go ahead, baby.
come
Yeah.
on.
Hmm.
You feel me? So I'm not. She had every right to be angry. What I am saying is that the guilt, we can't put the toxicity or anything that the children have endured at the hands of just male. Martell has also been just as just as much of a factor in this mess as she has. They these are their children. They made the decision to bring in 4 kids into this world, whatever that looks like for them. They are the ones responsible for raising their children. Her taking these kids to all the babysitters, him not wanting it, that he has every right. These are their kids. But Martell too, even in the court documents, he had done things that wasn't according to the courts, just like Mel had. It wasn't just one sided. They both had did some crap. Mel had did some stuff, and he had did some stuff. Same way when he spanked the son allegedly, right? He was told he
Honest
couldn't.
with you, they both did get called out in them court documents, but
Right. They both got
mm,
called out. You gotta keep it 100.
no, they both got called out. They did both get called out, but even the judge said, like, yeah, no.
Men can hurt when they are cheated on. They definitely can, Prof. They can hurt when they're cheated on. And I'm sure they do hurt. Men just maybe hurt in different ways. But I think Martell as well, he lashes out because of that. And I've said that from the beginning when he started lashing out. I felt like Martell felt like no one was hearing him. They only heard male. And that's the reason why he kept lashing out, because people were taking male side and nobody wanted to listen to his side. I've always said that. But I
Oh,
also,
oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
but I also
Absolutely.
believe that they both, I really also believe that they both have contributed to whatever their children have gone through. They both. She asking questions, he asking questions. He showing her Arion, and she driving up to catch him with Arion. You know what I'm saying? They both have had a hand in what has gone wrong with their children. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But we also know Martell didn't even want to go get therapy, which was ordered by the court. So there's a lot that go along with the delusion of their marriage and the delusion of their family. And I really pray that these children are really being raised whole children, because it is hard. Because I know what it looks like. Because my kids
See
are
here,
grown.
right? Here come my issue, Lady Road. They was both ordered to go get therapy. It wasn't just Martell.
She
And
did
it's
her
been a whole
therapy,
narrative. They both was ordered
but
to go get therapy.
she
Obviously, her
did
therapy
her
came
therapy and she proved it.
from
I'm sorry, butterfly.
no, on mute. Yeah, I'm here, baby. I went on mute because I might have cut you off and I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You
No,
go ahead and then I'll go.
I think we both were talking. I said, but she did her therapy. So when you have one side that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the courts are saying, well, he still hasn't, and he still hasn't, and he still hasn't. Martell did not want to do therapy. He felt like he didn't have to, right? The same way with him being arrested. She put out that whatever on him and he was arrested. But Martell should have known. I mean, just honestly, there's some things you just can't do. This is something I even have to talk to my daughters and my son about. Is there are some things you have to be mindful of when you're dealing with a parent, another parent that you're not married to. There are things that you have to be mindful of that you may not consider abuse or even hurtful, that they may consider hurtful. So you just have to be mindful of the other person. And I can tell you that through experience, right? As a young woman, I probably didn't know that. I probably was ready to scrap on anybody. Like I told you, I set a car on the ground because I put all the tires on the flat. So I understand how it hurts. But what I do know that at the age I am now, I wouldn't do that today. I'll probably get in my car and drive off like, good luck. Have a good time.
Right, right. Everybody's gonna do what it do. But like I said, I had to learn the hard way too. Like, shit, you put some damn nail, bitch. I tore the vehicle down. Okay, I tore the vehicle down. So you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, four flats, missing rear view mirrors. Listen, your girl went in. Cause I absolutely was not having it. So it's not a miss from me.
Yeah, I
It's
got
not a miss. And if I have sounded like I'm only putting the blame on Melanie, I swear I always thought I made it clear that I believe. Like even when I prayed for them the other day, I feel like I do feel like it's both of them. But I feel like when it comes to both of them, it's one allowing the other to be triggered and then not. That's why I said, listen, and maybe I'm looking at it from this angle because I'm a boy mom. Maybe I'm looking at it from a boy mom angle. Maybe that's what's, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a female, but I'm a female, so I know female. I don't know. But if I did come off like I was only blaming the basement dweller, that's not the case. But I do see more of a narcissistic abuse from the basement dweller than I do Martell. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do. And it's not even just, it's what we've been shown. It's shit that she has done on public platforms.
Right.
And that's how I came to my conclusion.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I
I
do.
can't go off of
agree with
shown. So I'm going off of what was shown to us. And she gives me more of a narcissistic abuser than Martell.
Yeah, that's why I don't agree with you. That's just it. Because I know that we've seen Martell's narcissism come out. It's come out blatantly on the show. It's there. And like I said, I think they're two sides of the same coin. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, I'm still mad because why are we talking about these goddamn people?
I don't know.
This a lot of fucking review and we still end up on the basement dweller and Martell. Ain't this some shit?
When I
Baby, how fucking right now.
When I
it's because hold up, Auntie, I'm gonna give you the link. You know where she at? Where they went? And I ain't never even seen them in my chat before. Where you went, Buttercup? She came in here with that goddamn question asking me about the goddamn basement dweller, and I should have just ignored her. Girl, I got cool thing. I didn't even want to talk about this heifer. I want to talk about Martell. Really, now, where you went? Oh, truthfully, JT Pink, girl, look at the rabbit hole you put down. I'm mad at you. We butterflies over here. Why you guys down the rabbit hole?
But you know what, ButterFlii, I'm gonna say this. It's hard to talk about Martell and the behavior he had with Marcel without including Mel. You know what I'm saying? Because she was so instrumental in the beginning of their breakdown, in the beginning of their friendship breakdown. Mel was a big part of that, right? And I don't think that it's just hard to talk about the relationship Marcel has with Martell without including Mel, and however that looks. You know what I'm saying?
So much is, it really is, Lady Roll, and I know that, but I'm trying to tell you, man.
I agree with you 100%.
It's my nerves. I really like the bitch left. In the first fucking garbage bag. The meow. Fuck that bitch. Like, damn, y'all.
But I'm gonna tell you,
where you at, truthfully? I think you did that on purpose. I think truthfully is from the Garbage Pail Kids. I think she's an undercover Garbage Pail Kid. Came up here trying to act like she's a part of the ButterCups. Cause truthfully, where you at, truthfully? Right. Where your ass at? I gotta highlight your ass again. Hey, ButterCups, this is how we ended up talking about the basement dweller. Garbage Pail Kids, don't you come over here talk about gotcha, bitch. Nope, it wasn't me. It was truthfully. It was truthfully. Here she is, right here. It was truthfully.
She was telling me, Phil Harper.
Listen, it was truthfully. God damn it. I dropped the link, Auntie. I thought you was gonna come up and hit it. Let me drop it again. Maybe that was the wrong link. Yeah. Buttercup, you had the link, right? The correct link?
Yeah, I dropped it for you, but maybe you need to.
Okay, we got 40 in here now. What them likes looking like? I better have at least 80 likes.
Right. Wait, we be aggravated up here.
I'm so agitated. I really did not want to talk about this ever.
But you know what?
Tomorrow morning when we drag. Hold up.
You don't do no dragging, man.
Tomorrow morning when we got the ragged and tagging and dragging. Because ButterCups. Can I just say this? Right, ButterCups. We got 51 and only 39 likes. Hit that goddamn like button. Oh, no, do we got 51 likes and we only got, oh, okay, whatever. Just hit that like button. But ButterCup, right? Look, I'm all over the place. ButterCups. Auntie, where you at? I done dropped the link again. ButterCups. How about I didn't even see the fashions? And then after we got off the live, the fashions was shot to me. And how about I called it? I swear to God, God strike me now if I'm lying on my life. I didn't even see the fashions. And I got a goddamn somebody street team, shout out to the street team, send me pictures of that goddamn fashions and I called it. You know I'm ragtagging the dragon tomorrow, right? I'm just y'all better make sure y'all here for morning table talk tomorrow. That's all I gotta say.
Now, because I
It's
gotta
a
finish.
keyword, it's a mess.
Bye, butterfly.
You leaving, Lady Ro?
Yeah, I was thought Nanny was gonna pop up here, but she didn't pop up here.
I know. I don't know what's going on. She asked me to drop the link. I dropped the link. Maybe she's okay. We're gonna wait and see if she come up.
You have 51 likes for in the chat.
Right, right. Thank you, Buttercups. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got me for 2 hours, and you ain't supposed to be on here this long because y'all know we TikTok Buttercups. Me down on TikTok for Wet Wet Wednesdays. We about to play some music. We about to dance. We about to have a good old time.
Well, we appreciate your review, so that's why we come in here and try to hold you in here all day.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate your insight on
I'm
what's
sorry, Buttercups. This is supposed to be about the show, but somehow we had to equate the basement dweller in it. But whatever. Martell, okay, your phone won't let you up. Oh no. That sucks, Auntie Nell. I wish I had the calling line.
right, right.
We need to bring the calling line back, Buttercups. We gotta
No,
bring baby
face, no
Kiwa.
case. No face, no case.
No face, no case, baby. We gotta bring the calling line back. We got to bring the calling line back. No face, no case. Ooh, I do love that. I do love that Satin Baby though. I love that show. I've been catching it on YouTube, but
I
I
like.
love that show.
Oh yeah, it was.
You see this? Oh, Lady Ro, earlier. I seen it after, like, just before we was in the live, so I didn't get a chance to speak on it. But the Buttercups would love for us to do a duo review. So
Okay.
do you want to do this coming episode? You want to do a duo review?
That sounds
And
great
we
to
can
me.
do it on your platform.
It
I
doesn't
want to do
matter
it on your platform.
either.
Buttercups, did y'all make sure y'all go over and subscribe to our beautiful Lady Ro?
All right, come on,
And
y'all.
my next for next this Saturday's episode will be on her platform.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here. Okay.
Well, you got
Yes, the Buttercups requested for us to do a and it'll be listen. It works out just like me and my beautiful co-host Popular Opinion. It works out because we get both sides of the coin, Buttercups. Y'all got somebody that gives you the other side, and then you got somebody that gives you another side. So I think it's beautiful.
I think
I'm
so.
excited.
I miss unpopular
Yeah,
opinion. I miss unpopular opinion. Oh my goodness, she was such a good.
I think that too. I do.
Her thoughts were so good.
I'm I do.
All right, I'm gonna get off.
But
My grandbaby got a football game in a few minutes, so I'm gonna head out there.
okay. Yes, go grandbaby. Boop boop boop.
Okay, woo-hoo. See you later.
Yes. All right, babe. Love you. Thank you for coming up.
Butterfly. Bye bye.
All right. Listen, Buttercups. All right, I gave y'all a review. Okay, listen. I showed that said, baby. Now you proud of me, baby? I told y'all we gonna get back to it. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? That was on my Ooh, Buttercups. Oh shit. That was on my goal list for 2025. And we want to do it. You know what I'm saying? My Buttercups hold me accountable, and I really appreciate that. They also not only hold me accountable, but transparency moment. There's a lot of days, Buttercups. Your girl's a mess. Your girl's a mess. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And the energy it don't be there. And one thing, when I hit my live button, I always want to make sure that I'm a light. So when I'm a mist, I'm a type of person that goes in. I close in. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I've been doing so much better this year, and I'm so grateful that I started this platform. I really am grateful that I started this platform because had I not started this platform, I wouldn't have met y'all. And I know I say it, and I really hope y'all really truly know and understand when I say it is really genuine. It's coming from my heart. Y'all are a big part of um, adding to where I'm at in my life right now, which is joy. Like it's joy, it's no fear. It's things that I used to have in me that I lost along the way that I'm refinding and rediscovering. And y'all are such a huge part of it. When I tell y'all are such a huge part of it that my family, my family and friends be over it, okay? When I tell y'all, oh, the buttercups, the buttercups, the buttercups, they get so tired of me talking about y'all, it don't even make no sense. Even Mama ButterFlii, okay? Even Mama ButterFlii, okay? All right, fine. You want to run back to them buttercups. The buttercups, the buttercups. Even Mama ButterFlii, okay? That's how much y'all have become a part of, like, my life right now. And I appreciate it. And I love it. And I'm going to keep on soaking it up. Soaking it up. Okay? Listen, you're going to soak it up. Y'all ain't gonna be able to get rid of me. And even when you get rid of me, guess what? You're always gonna be around. And even when y'all leave me, y'all never gonna forget me. See, one thing about me that I learned about my personality, now I ain't always known this. Don't get the game fucked up. I ain't always known this. But I've come to learn this. One thing about a bitch, whether you like me or hate me, you will never forget your girl. You will never forget ButterFlii, okay? Baby. You will never forget your girl. Let's get into it. Hey, friend. Our co-host is back, y'all. Hey, friend. Oh, he ain't dealing with me. listen. He said, she ain't scared. She ain't never scared. My co-host shut it down early. Look, I didn't even listen. He didn't give y'all too much. Shout out to the co-host. Because that's a mess. Not my co-host getting the hint. Not my co-host getting into it. Listen, shout out to the rough. I don't even know his name. That's my neighbor though. That's my neighbor. Y'all know my cardboard box. I got a whole bunch of funny neighbors. Okay, ButterCups. Oh my god, I gotta show y'all my other neighbors. Woo! I gotta show y'all my other neighbors. ButterCup, a whole family, baby. Girl, ButterCups. I was sitting outside the cardboard box this morning, and they came a running by my ass. Woo! Baby, a mess, a mess, a mess. Okay, ButterCups. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my review. Listen, sad baby doll. I hope y'all enjoyed my review. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. If y'all want to join me for Wet Wednesdays, it's TikTok. We're doing it on TikTok, ButterCups. Okay, I can only sacrifice a live a week as far as not being monetized. Okay, so I gave y'all rush hour Monday mornings. We do our rush hour Monday mornings where I play a lot of music, and that doesn't get monetized because it's copyright material. I only sacrifice one a week. So today's Wet Wednesdays. We having a pop-up jam session. Y'all know I love my pop-up jam sessions, but we doing it on TikTok where we can live, okay, where they let us live, okay? So if you need to catch up on some things, ButterCups, I just did my review. We had our morning table talks. That was a great show this morning too. So if y'all didn't catch that, make sure y'all go back and catch that. Our Monday morning rush hours, that's when I come live real early. So make sure y'all check that out if y'all didn't check that out. All right, ButterCups? And we about to get up out of here. Shout out to the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast and crew and the big Los. We appreciate this new season, Big Los and cast. And no matter what, y'all stand 10 toes down. Y'all just keep growing and growing. That's the theme of 2025 over here down the ButterFlii's Corner. And I feel like that's the theme for y'all. Just striving and thriving, and shout out to Destiny. Shout out to my boo Destiny. Striving and thriving. You know what I'm saying? Striving and thriving. That's what we're doing out here. So shout out to the cast and shout out to this new season. Macy, thank you, boo boo. Thank you, Macy, beautiful, for sharing a little bit of yourself with us. And don't forget, Macy, you got some internet aunties. Byron, get out of order, baby. Yeah, yeah. Byron gonna have to get handled. You dig? So make sure Byron stay in line, okay? Because internet aunties take flights. We take flights. You dig? All right. Anyway, I love y'all, Buttercups. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. I know it was an unusual review. I'm sorry that we had to talk about the goddamn basement dweller. I apologize. But she is a part of Martell's storyline, even with her not being on the show, because it does have a lot to do with Martell's animosity towards Marcel, which is misplaced anger, like I've been saying. Thank you, Lady Ro, for coming up here, giving your different aspect. Some of y'all feel like I was giving too much grace to Martell. Ooh, but I stand 10 toes down. I ain't changing my motherfucking mind. No, I love y'all. Anyway, I love y'all. Lady Ro, our new theme song, Buttercups. Get into our new theme song. Shout out to our beautiful Lady Ro for this beautiful new theme song. I love it. You listen, Buttercups, glowing and growing, right? And it's about to be 2026, so we have to get ready to go on and get ready for this new year. So this is our new theme song, Buttercups. Get into it. It's dropping a little early. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's ButterFlii sitting at the table, talking real life, keeping it stable. Lessons, blessings, truth when she speak, dropping that fire, new thoughts every week. ButterFlii, fly, floating on high. Music in the lounge, keep your soul alive. Reality review, she gon' testify. Standing for the people, she don't let it slide. ButterFlii, lessons and blessings. No secret true.
Hey, that shit beat, y'all. That shit fucking beat, y'all.
Yeah. ButterFlii. Lessons and blessings. No secret true. She's speaking for you.
Hold up. Yeah, like that. Pull up. That shit's so fucking fire. We gonna play it 3 times. 3 for the motherfucking stripes, baby. Beans out, stand up. 3 trees and beans. Let's go.
It's ButterFlii sitting at the table, talking real life, keeping it stable.
Thank you, Lady Ro. I fucking love this shit.
Fire, new thoughts every week. ButterFlii, fly, floating on high. Music in the lounge, keep your soul alive. Reality review, she gon' testify. Standing for the people, she don't let it slide.
Let's go, Buttercups. Get warmed up for Wet Wednesdays. Make sure y'all join me down to the 6-hour rewind. We're about to play it 4, because it try to mess up on us. Let's go. 4 for the luck, baby. 4 for the luck. Hey, let's go.
It's ButterFlii sitting at the table, talking real life, keeping it stable. Lessons, blessings, truth when she speak, dropping that fire, new thoughts every week. ButterFlii, fly, floating on high. Music in the lounge, keep your soul alive. Reality review, she gon' testify. Standing for the people, she don't let it slide. ButterFlii.
Oh, come on. Here we go with this bag of this shit. I don't like this new jack. Hey.
ButterFlii.
Let's go, Buttercups. Hey, lessons and blessings, baby.
She's speaking for you.
Yo. Oh my God, I'm getting butterflies in my stomach, yo. Hey. One more again, Buttercups. One more again, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, Buttercups. Remember the what? Smile. The world smile with you, Buttercups. It's the most simplest kind of gesture that you can offer anybody. And it's a universal language. No matter what country you come from, what language you speak, everybody understands a smile. You never know how your smile might brighten up the next person's day, Buttercups. I lived it in reality. So remember that, all right? Always remember that. And please, Buttercups, we on high alert. My community, a white man was executed by another white man, but somehow it's our fault. Um, Unfortunately, there was two, a young man and an older gentleman who was hung from trees like strange fruit. Y'all know what time it is. They're baiting us. The one thing I ask y'all, please, it's not, I repeat, it's not a black and white thing, Buttercups. Stay on your square and keep your head on the swivel. Please. Blessings and blessings. No single true. She's speaking for you. Yeah. ButterFlii. Lessons and blessings. No secret truth. She's speaking for you. Yeah. What to do, Lang Lang? We need to be triggered. And we need to have our finger on the trigger, baby. I heard what Malcolm X said, baby. Yeah. By any means necessary. Y'all, shit moving backwards. I've been saying this shit since last year, yo. I've been seeing what's going on around me. My community, my universe, my atmosphere, my government, my country. I don't talk about it a lot, but don't nothing go over ButterFlii's head, baby. Nothing. I fly above, so that nothing go over my motherfucking head. I love y'all. Like I said, stay on y'all square and keep your head on the swivel and keep your finger on the trigger. Love, light, and ButterFlii.